Oh, it is a Friday. It's a beautiful Friday. It's food for thought with the 14-day food coaches. There's a lot of F's there, but they're all safe F's for a Friday. And I think as we get to the end of the week, there might have been a few others that snuck in. But we are here for just a little while with Sandy and Sam, the three of us, the faces, some prettier than mine, obviously, behind the 14-day food coach, which is our latest addition to the suite of things that we're offering in Jeff Nutrition, essentially. So something we launched 3 weeks ago, went through our first round of it, our first tranche, our cohort, that did extremely well. It was originally 14 days purely for weight loss, but we've also expanded it out now. So a couple changes. It's something that's going to be available every Monday. Sign up at any point, and every Monday we're going to be able to start with us on it. And it's not necessarily for weight loss. It might be, but we want to be able to support people on whatever their journey is. So it's essentially the apex of nutrition at Jeff. If you're not on the one-on-one and you really need high quality, proper support from a dietitian. My favorite phrase about this is essentially you've got a dietitian in your pocket, which is what the 14-day food coach is about. So you'll have one of us there with you for 14 days, every day, making sure that you get off to the perfect start, or you overcome any issues, or set you up for success in whatever it might be. And it's rolling out weekly now, which is fantastic. So still the same price, 950 Rand, once off for any Jeff Club member. And you can start any Monday with one of us to get up and running. The first couple weeks were great. There was some feedback and things that really stood out to me, and Sands and Sam are going to share their insights that they learned. But what was amazing, I just want to pull up the comments in front of me because my memory's not great, but one of the clients said sometimes you just need a little bit of guidance. Because we often know what we should be doing, or we don't quite, but we just need to recalibrate, and we need 2 weeks just to really nail it down and kind of focus. It's bite size, it's a chunk that you think you can handle, and it's right, 14 days. I've got one of you guys with me. I know what I need to do. You're checking in with me every morning, giving me feedback on my plate and what's going on, and it's just that little bit of guidance to kind of kickstart where you're at. Some people's results were great as well. I'll get more from you, but we saw kilo and a half from a couple of clients. It's only 2 weeks. That was a great kind of start to it. It's also not 2 weeks to kind of achieve your goals. It sets you up for where you want to go. It's not like we expect you to achieve what you want to in 2 weeks. We just want to get you started and kickstart where you want to. So some clients were saying things like, the awareness that they've got now, and they're more thoughtful of the things that they're doing, and they're starting to build habits. And that's what, the two of you being there with them every day, that's what you were creating with them. It's so powerful and so magic to sort of see. So, even people feeling better after just 2 weeks, and more energy and sleeping better. And that's great. But it's always just important to remember that it's a start, but you couldn't start in a better place, really. Sans, how did you find the first couple of weeks? I'm sure there's a story or two that might stand out to you, a client that might stand out as well. What sort of comments do you have from where we got started with it?
Well, the nice thing is, Adrian, I had so many different clients from different walks of life as well, with their own different challenges. And it's incredible how many things that are unplanned can happen in a 2-week period. It's working moms as well, suddenly faced with eating out, wasn't planned, or kids are sick or something happens. And I was just so happy to be there to be able to help them through those challenges, because we all know life happens all the time. It's unpredictable. And that for me was the nice thing, is that it was typical of what life looks like. It wasn't just all sort of sugar-coated 2 weeks where everybody was perfect. And I get excited by that, because I feel like really can make a difference when that's the case. The other thing for me sorry, I'm going to carry on.
No, I was just going to say what that always reminds me about is people sort of complaining about like a cookie cutter approach to something. And when you're purely following a piece of paper, it doesn't matter where it's come from and how it's done, it can't give you the kind of help you bounce off the walls when life throws those things at you. But having a human being who knows it and has seen it all and can be like, cool, we know that's going to happen. What about this? Have you thought about that? Let's try, this and that and the next thing. That's the element that you can't replicate without someone who knows what they can do to support you.
Absolutely. If you compare to sort of private practice as well, where you see a dietitian maybe once off and then again in 2 weeks' time, you miss out on all of that. So you get feedback, you see the results, measurements, but here you're actually walking the walk with clients every day, and you're seeing what those real challenges are. And it's difficult from a client's point of view. I mean, I'm sure everyone's the same as me. You can't really remember 2 days ago or 3 days ago. So logging those pictures and then putting all the pieces of the puzzle together, not just looking at every meal sort of on its own, but for me, and I'm sure Sam, you found the same as well, is that you could look at a whole day and you could get inputs on the whole day. So yes, maybe a bit low in protein at breakfast, but wow, you made up for it at your other meals. Or maybe that's something you need to work on. So it made our life a lot easier. And I think it adds so much value being able to see a day's view, a week's view, 2 weeks view. Very useful.
Brilliant. You touched on it there. Just to color between the lines, is someone signs up for the 14-day food coach, what can they expect? What does the journey look like?
So I feel like I'm doing all the talking, Sam, but I'll jump in here. So what we ask is that you upload all your meal pics, so everything. So the good, the bad, the ugly. We want to see what a typical day looks like for you. And we've got a little comment section as well. So there I encourage all my clients to literally write in, did you enjoy the meal? What were the challenges? What did you put in? Because sometimes I actually can't figure it out. It looks delicious, but I can't make out what the individual components are. So we ask you to put as much info as possible into those comment section every day. And again, it helps us string everything together, put the pieces together. If there's maybe a digestive disturbance on one day, we're working on a bit of constipation, or we're working on bloating or something, it enables us to put all the pieces of the puzzle together and give proper good advice.
Lovely. Sam, you had some great results. I think a couple of clients that even lost a significant amount were, just over the 2 weeks from yours. Any kind of stories and thoughts and things that resonated with you? What sort of worked well, and how people can expect to win on something like this?
Yeah, I mean, so I think, I really enjoyed the 2 weeks, because I think it's like a nice amount of time to kind of, it's not too short, but not too long either, because it obviously is, you need to take photos all the time. But yeah, I think just the feedback from people was really amazing to see that, even though they were maybe eating well, but small little changes like portions, or maybe adding a bit more veg and lowering the carbs, so changing your food groups around and understanding why, those small little changes made such a big difference in the end in terms of their progress and weight loss and stuff. So yeah, I think it's just understanding like small little things, because sometimes we feel like we are doing it all right, but we're not getting anywhere. But small little changes sometimes can make that big difference. And yeah, I think just so nice to hear that everyone felt good after. I think like that's always the most important to me, that you're feeling good while you're eating. It's not always all about the weight, although that was one of the big factors, but also that you are feeling good and you have energy to get through the day and things like that as well.
It's kind of the first reward that sorting out our nutrition and our diet is, really, before anything else changes, before the centimeters drop, or before the scale changes, or before you're performing better, or whatever. You're feeling good. Your body's operating better. And I mean, if we cut it all for what it is, that's what we want. We want to feel better. We want to do better.
No, for sure. And that's like one of the biggest things is always people are like, oh, I'm so tired. And after 2 weeks, they're like, oh, I've got so much energy now. And it's just mainly from nutrition, actually, that those little changes come from.
Exactly. And I like the little changes, because it's also, for most of us, it's not like wholesale scrap everything you've done, because we've been around the block, we've tried different things, we know the foods we should kind of be eating, but maybe we don't know quite what the proportion should be like, and why. I mean, our new visuals there show sort of the plates, and we know what the foods are, but maybe your portions just aren't matching what you need, or it's a simple change of, often I see you talking about fiber, Sam, and I know it's a passion of yours, and it's cool. Why don't you change this for that? You're still eating the same sort of amount, but now you're getting a bit more fiber. Maybe you're going to be fuller for longer. These little things that add up along the way. And over 2 weeks, it's enough to make a difference. But imagine you keep practicing that week in, week out, and where you might be in a couple of months, and the habits that you've kind of built along the way.
Exactly, and I think that's a nice thing. Like,
so
you
it's
saw the
it's a good start, which is fantastic, and I'm sure everyone's. Oopsie.
Looks like we have a little problem there.
my back.
There we go.
Yeah.
That was a little Friday hiccup because our streaming service also said it's Friday, so that's all gone. I'm sure everyone's getting a lot more familiar with Sans and Sam as well. Both registered dietitians, sort of well versed and well sort of experienced in it. Sam, the areas that you're particularly passionate about. The things that you love solving with clients?
I mean, there's a lot. I think everyone knows that I love the gut microbiome, so that's my big one. So gut health, weight loss, also a big passion for people that have diabetes, and working like on their blood sugar levels and.
We're losing Sam again. I wonder if this is load shedding. Sandi, you can still get me, huh?
Well, lights are still on here.
Okay. We got you at blood glucose management and diabetes. That was where we lost you, Sam. She's frozen again.
No.
Sans, and you've been in practice for a long time before joining us as well, and all sorts of.
I'm back. Sorry, I think I've load shedding.
No, it's not a problem. Sans, areas that you sort of particularly passionate about and sort of love solving?
So for me, it's just treating somebody as an individual and just solving their problems, sort of putting, like I say, the pieces of the puzzle together. I just like overall health, vitality, sort of reaching your goals. Sports nutrition is also quite a passion of mine as well, putting all the pieces of the puzzle together when it comes to how much you're exercising, when you need to eat, recovery, all of that. But just general health and also sort of menopausal age nutrition. There are a whole lot of challenges that come around at that stage of life as well. And there it's looking at blood sugar control, sort of blood pressure, high cholesterol. Really, it's just so rewarding when you can see the results after just making a few subtle changes to your nutrition and you see such dramatic results in overall health. For me, that's incredibly rewarding.
And I think, what it just reminds me of as you guys speak about your passion and who we've kind of got in our team, is just how lucky we are to have proper experts doing what we do. A team of dietitians who are clinically trained, are experienced, know the exercise side as well, but are really dialed into nutrition. And that's what we've got access to in the 14-day food coach with that. So it's a brilliant starting point. And also a good sort of first step into taking it a little bit further. So we've also got our nutrition weekly. If you need a weekly coach after you've done your 14 days, following up so that you can stay accountable to it, practice the things that you're going to kind of get guided on at the end of the 14 days. You get a summary approach to what you should be doing, what you've learned, where you've won, and what you can focus on. And then moving from there into nutrition weekly coaching so that you can check in and you can stay accountable and you can keep working on it is fantastic. So we're really building out something fantastic purely because we've got the epic human beings behind it who can back it, and we know kind of what we're talking about. So you guys are epic, which is amazing. So there's a lot of love coming in as well. Loving the chat. Kath Hermans is here. Kath is on the 14-day food coach at the moment. With you, Sans, hey?
Yes.
She is. Kath, you can put the comments how it's going if you'd like. Pamela's here just saying hi, coaches, and Tracy Shepherd, hello to you as well. An amazing program, so valuable. The added accountability from club members as well is first class. So not only obviously do you get your coach, you get everything else that's in Jeff Club as well. So the training programs as and when you need them, and the accountability groups and communities you can belong to, the different courses and content along the way, and it's all there for you. But 14 days, if that's what you really just need to commit to start your nutrition journey, recalibrate where you're going, maybe work out what the one thing is that's in the way of whatever your goal is, we've got the people who can help you do that. So head over to the shop and you can just sign up and get started any Monday. Space is still kind of limited. Obviously, we are human beings and we keep space limited every week based on our own capacity, because we want to give you guys as much attention and love as possible. But you can go and get started right there. All right. Any parting words, Sam?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just super excited. And if anyone has any questions and wants to know more, I mean, you can always reach out to either me or Sandi. But yeah, I mean, I'm super excited that it's going to be carrying on. I think the first 2 weeks went so well and such good feedback as well. So yeah, it's very, very excited.
Lovely. Loving your work. Keep it up. Sam?
Yeah, I could almost say ditto. Just super, super excited. And the more people I can get my sort of claws into in terms of helping with nutrition, the better. So also, like Sam said, just reach out to us if you've got any questions about the program, you want a bit more detail. But yeah, really looking forward to it.
Lovely. So either of them are available to you guys. It is 950 Rand for 2 weeks, which is amazing value to have a dietitian every day with you. It's cheaper than you'll get in practice. You'll have your own approach, your own plans and everything that you need. And it'll really set you up for success. We all stand behind it. We love it. And we see this going from strength to strength with you guys, and look forward to helping anyone who needs it. So reach out to any of us if you need something or some more info. And we are here to help. Guys, have a fabulous Friday and a very good weekend. Sandi and Sam, to you as well. And we'll chat to you all soon. Cheers, guys.
Bye. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.